Hello everyone, my name is Nick, and today I'm going to be showing off the Witcher 3 Blood and Wine percent. So just before we start, we're using auto hotkey in this game, so that means we can skip through cutscenes a lot faster than button mashing, and you know that it's on when you see the words auto in the top left. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. So I'm going to be playing on just the story, which is the easiest difficulty, so the bosses have the least health possible. And in about 10 seconds when we're done with the loading screen, the first thing I'm going to be doing is turning off tutorials in the options menu. So even though we have tutorials off in the main menu, whenever you start a DLC from the main menu, tutorials always turn on for some reason, and that's kind of annoying. So at this push, I'm going to head into the options, and there we go. So I'm going to dismount Rich here and go to the signpost or go to the notice board and grab the contract. And I'm going to start the skill point setup here. So I'm doing the combat route, and I will explain all the quirks and the differences between routes after I'm done with this. I'd like to concentrate doing this. That was actually pretty good. I only made one mistake, so that was good. So what I'm doing there is equipping, using the points that you get when you start a DLC from the main menu to equip them in a certain order to have the maximum damage per second. And as I said before, I'm doing the combat route, so that means I'm equipping as many skill points into the combat section of the game as versus the alchemy route, which uses bombs instead of the swords to deal damage. So after this loading screen, we'll be in Toussaint, which is a whole new game built specifically for this DLC, and we're coming up to the first quick kill here for this boss. So I'm gonna roll to a specific spot, and once he swings, I'm gonna Ren spam him, and hopefully he won't hit me. There we go. That was a perfect quick kill right there. Unfortunately, it has a long death animation. Nothing we can do about that. So I'm gonna pick up his loot here, and we're gonna hop on Roach, and we're gonna ride over to the next objective. And we got another skip coming up. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna equip the red munition that I got from the girl lot there after I killed him. And we're not gonna be touching the character screen anymore in this run. So we're coming up to the skewer skip here. I probably should explain it right now. It's not that complicated. It's basically we're gonna go fast enough that the skewers don't have enough time to get us into combat, so we can skip fighting them at all. So you'll see me just examine this on the ground. So I'm gonna go as fast as possible to this next thing on the ground. Examine it, jump to the water, and then grab the required item, which is, fun fact, my favorite item in the game. It's a great nod that this game is a DLC. So I'm gonna examine this from the shore as well without getting into combat. And we're gonna have Roach spawn. Very nice. I had the best spawn that you can get here. So I'm not gonna mention Roach that much because I talked about him a lot in my 90% old patch run and the current patch runs if you want to see that. But it's kind of random where he spawns, and you can kind of manipulate where he spawns by looking behind you, but not always. Anyway, talk to these guys here, and done with that. We're gonna hope that Roach does not turn around. And he was about to do it just there, but we managed to catch him before. Anyway, so now that we're done with that, we're coming up to the next boss and another quick kill. I'm gonna go in a specific direction here to avoid slowing down on these stairs here, which I got, so that's good. I'm gonna equip Ard. I'm gonna equip Thunderbolt, which deals more damage, and then Tawny Oil, which regens their stamina a little bit faster than usual. So I'm gonna Ard her here, roll over to her, and then just use a spin attack to finish her off. There we go. Perfect boss fight. And yeah, we're just gonna examine this guy here. Done with that, so it's perfect. So next up, we're gonna go to the next quest marker. As opposed to Hearts of Stone, we do all the quests in order because it's faster, as opposed to Hearts of Stone where we do some of the stuff out of order. So here I'm gonna turn around. Hopefully Roach spawns close to me. That's actually a pretty good spawn. I think that's actually the best spawn you can get. And he started running right away. Thank you. And we got another quick kill over here for another boss. So hopefully he does what I want. What I want him to do is stay in his place. Hopefully he does that. Yeah, perfect. So he's gonna roll over to me. I'm gonna dodge his attack and just spin attack him to death. Just like that. That's a pretty easy boss right there. And then we got a long cutscene here. All good. So now we're kind of in a small horse race that we can't skip. And while we're here, I should mention that we are playing on Polish. So the reason that we're doing that is mainly because Hearts of Stone saves about 20 seconds in the run. We haven't tested it in Blood and Wine yet, but we do think it saves a couple seconds overall. So that's why I'm playing on Polish as opposed to English for now. We'll probably test that at some point if it's faster or not. But some people say French or Japanese it's also faster as well. But again, you have to test that. Anyway, so done with the horse race. We hopped off Roach there, and we're gonna talk to her here. Then do a small skip here. We're gonna jump off the edge of this cliff here. Fall damage is notorious in this game, and even if you fall a very short distance, you will die. So that's kind of a risky jump. But thankfully, we didn't die on that jump. So we're gonna use Axie here to grab this unicorn because it's faster. Unfortunately, I missed. There we go. So usually you want to hit Axie when the unicorn, when they see the name, the unicorn pop above the head there. It's fine, we got it in the second try. I tend to miss it sometimes, so I'm gonna hop off at a perfect time there, and then there's a key underwater here. Normally we're supposed to dive underwater and get it, but we don't need to. There we go. And we're gonna hop back on the unicorn. I have him right next to the water there, so immediately when I stop swimming, I can immediately jump on him. And then after this, I'm gonna head into the options menu and turn the game difficulty up to Death March, which is the hardest difficulty. And the reason for that is this boss here, I don't know if it's impossible to kill him, but it's definitely easier to just to let yourself die, and it's actually faster because that's what the game intends you to do. There you go. So that's our first encounter with the guy that we're trying to kill. So it's a good time to actually explain the story. So actually, I'm gonna change the difficulty back to just the story. Too bad we can't do any achievements anymore. So this guy, his name is Detloff, but first, usually when you start the game, you don't know what his name is. So yeah, so he's terrorizing this village in the city. He's killing people. That's not a good thing. So we are tasked by the Duchess to find out who he is and get rid of him. So that's what we're gonna be doing. And here I'm going to do a quick meditation strat to regen my health. I didn't get it. I did it too quickly. There you go. So what that does there is it immediately regens our health. Since we're playing on the easiest difficulty, if we meditate, we can regen health pretty fast. and we get out of the meditation menu and hit Quen there just to skip the animation. So I discovered that signpost because we were gonna come back to that signpost later. And I turned around there to hopefully have a favorable roach spawn, but that didn't work, sadly. You want him to spawn like at the right next to the path, but he didn't spawn right there, fortunately. Oh, I dropped the split. Nice. Very good job for me there, forgetting the split. So now we're gonna do a Kikimori skip. So if you go fast enough here, this one's a lot tighter though. Go faster, fast enough, we can skip fighting these 3 Kikimoris in the cave here. So this is again a lot tighter than skewer skip that we did earlier. So we'll see if I get it. I know I was close. I didn't get it though. Maybe I'll get it again. No. So I'm gonna have to fight these 3 Kikimoris. It's not worth going for a 3rd time. So I'll explain what happens there, because when you hit that corner that I was trying to hit, you get out of combat for a split second. So if you're able to jump while you're out of combat, you're able to jump up that cliff and just skip the 3 Kikimoris. Because if you play this game, you know you cannot jump while you're in combat, which is annoying. But and I got a long cutscene here. That skip's more difficult than skewer skip, because you have to actually get out of combat. And hopefully, so we jumped off Roach earlier at the perfect time to hopefully get him to spawn nearby over here, and that didn't work. That's alright though. And then Roach also likes to stop on when there's nothing. That little dip in the terrain, he'll stop there and make a fuss about it. Anyway, we're just riding on to the next destination. Nothing special here. Again, if you watch my other submission videos, you know the fastest way to travel is through signposts, but that's not always possible. Because these signposts over here haven't been discovered. So we can't just teleport there. Anyway, so we're gonna ride up here. Come on, Roach, stop. I don't want you to stop. If he does a full stop like that, it wastes time. I'm gonna turn around, hop up the stairs with Roach, if I can. Nice. Oh, come on. It's fun. I was trying to set up for a trick there. I think I got it anyway. But it's been found recently that it's slightly faster to ride Bridge up the stairs and hop off him and walk up the stairs. So that's what we're gonna be doing now. But now that Bridge is over there, we can use him to get away. Hopefully. I'm gonna examine these in a certain order to skip a 5 or 10 second of waiting, and certain dialogues here to skip a boss fight that we don't need. Intentional, by the way. Now Roach is in a good spot, hopefully. Yes, he is. Perfect. And we're gonna use him to get away, and it's slightly faster. Again, brand new strat that I just learned the other day, so I might get in combat here. It's not a good sign. Just right over to the signpost here. This is faster than walking over here, so. And since we discovered the signpost by the cemetery, we can just teleport over there without having to ride Roach. I'm gonna do some door boosts here, so when you jump in a door frame of the door, it gives you a small boost like this. That one's a big one there, and it saves like a second or two. I gotta shave every second off. And then in my opinion, this is one of the worst parts of the run. It's a cool skip here. You can die if you miss it, but I shouldn't die. I'm gonna save here in case. So I'm gonna jump in do a door boost here, get over this wall. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do is fall into the lower stairs here without jumping on top of that wall, but that's alright. It's still faster than going all the way around on the staircase there. It is a couple seconds. Now we gotta place 4 baits in a specific order. Actually, no specific order. But... There we go. So the third bait, I gotta wait until Regis is done talking, or else the game will glitch out and not allow me to progress. So just gotta wait for the end of his dialogue. Then we can do the last one as well. I gotta wait until he's done talking again. Now we're gonna equip Hangman's Venom and Necrophoid Jodo to do even more damage on these guys here. Okay. So the main premise is you have to kill all the skewers here. But we're also killing other enemies here because it's faster as well. So they don't get in your way. Yeah. Where are the enemies at? There you go. There you go. Should be good now.
Wytrzymaj jeszcze. Już cię opuszczę.
Not bad. Could have been better, but it's pretty hard to do that quickly. So, and we're done with that. So we're not going to be seeing him for a couple minutes here. We're going to go do the stuff for the princess, or the Duchess, as she likes to be called. We're going to be going to the harbor. I'm gonna be meditating backwards to like I'm gonna be meditating to 23 hours. So, and then if I'm in the right spot, it'll pull me out of meditation automatically. And then there's a small fist fight here. Yeah, so it pulled me out of meditation automatically there. There's a small fist fight that I'm pretty bad at. So. There we go. That's what you want to happen. It's pretty hard to do, but you want to group all 3 of them up as close as possible, so you hit all 3 of them at once. It's very difficult to do, but it's possible.
Czerwone drzwi. To o nich mówił Pucybu.
So now this is just a part where we have to pick up some stuff and examine some stuff. Pretty simple. There's a letter here. Some more dialogue, and yeah. Now we're truly done with Regis for now. Now we're gonna go see the Duchess because I lied earlier. Anyway. I'm gonna tab over. We'll go in here. Book replies. Brain fart right there. So what I was trying to do there, you might have seen it in a couple other spots. I was trying to punch and then hitting roll twice so I could roll out of the signpost. And what that does is when you get out of a signpost, usually there's like a 3 or 4 second delay before you can start sprinting. But if you roll out of the signpost, it's a lot faster, so you can start sprinting right away after you roll out of the signpost. So, saves a couple seconds every time they do it. That's kind of one of the only spots where it's finicky. It doesn't always work because there's guards there that will get mad if you punch them. So. Just hoping that the guard is in the right spot, and I got stuck between the horses.
A słyszałeś, żeby ktoś kiedyś pokonał takiego wampira? Geralt!
Anyway, the premise of this section here is that we're
Wracaj tutaj! Masz chronić jej miłość!
looking for someone. I don't know the name because I just don't. But yeah, we're looking for someone stole some wine, so we're gonna head over to the wine facility where all the wine is stored, and then see if we can track down the bad barrels of wine that got stolen. This whole split is a glorified auto splitter, so we're gonna do a couple of tactics to try to make it go faster, but usually they don't work that well. Yeah, we're gonna hop off here while the cutscene's fading in, so we avoid a roach dismount cutscene. And I'm gonna run ahead of the Duchess here. If I don't run ahead of her, I'm gonna be walking at a very slow speed, and this doesn't save any time at all, because we still have to wait for the Duchess. But you know, it's slightly faster. Not really. You can just take a nice little break here. Look at Geralt's face with his yellow eyes.
Ma swoje wady, ale nigdy nie poważyłby się na coś takiego. Jest bardzo
Better
lojalny.
open the door.
Zawdzięcza mi wszystko, co ma.
First of many small optimizations here. I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna run into where all the barrels are stored. Cut her dialogue. Cut her next dialogue.
Od czego
A lot
zaczynamy?
earlier than we're supposed to. Oh, actually, I did it too early.
Babeczek się zgadza. Tu leży księga z ewidencją.
So we want to find the wine barrels. We know where it is. It's always in the same spot. So
Jest. Rocznik 1269. I co teraz?
Sprawdzimy, czy któraś z beczek nie jest pusta.
Chcesz je otwierać?
Na razie możemy je ostukać. Jak któraś wyda głuchy dźwięk, to wszystko będzie jasne.
I'm gonna knock on the barrels to see if they're empty.
Pełna.
Spoiler alert, they're not. So
Ta jest pełna.
Ta jest pełna.
Ta jest pełna. Pełna.
the Duchess does not help a lot here. She only does one of the 6, and we have to do the next. We have to do the next 5. And then another quick optimization here. We're gonna grab the tap in the barrel early. I mean, you're supposed to grab it early, but you don't know.
Pytanie, czy w środku
I'm
jest
gonna switch
coś?
bombs here to Northern Wind for the next phase.
Łap szpunt, młotek i otwieramy. Jedna po drugiej. A potem będziemy...
So it's faster to do the left barrel than the right barrel, so that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna open the barrels for her. It takes forever for her to drink the wine, so get ready.
I jak?
Lekko dymne, mocno wytrawne. To na pewno sangreal.
Actually, while we're at it, we did equip a bomb. I'm gonna equip Hangman's Venom on my sword so we do additional damage to the guys, because we're gonna have a small fight sequence after this. So, please hurry up. It's so slow. So yeah, I'm equipping an oil there, so that does you have like a number of charges, and they deal additional damage. And in this case, we have 40 hits. So for the first 40 hits, we're going to be dealing I think 20 or 30% additional damage than usual. I can throw a bomb over there. I'm using my spin attack here to clear all these guys out real quickly. Unfortunately, the guards do nothing here to speed this up. The guards like do no damage at all. That's how bad they are. So I gotta take care of all these guys myself. So the premise of this split here is we're looking for the Centurion who we think stole the wine. So we're gonna be going to a small party to see if we can find her. Find her or him. I actually don't know the guy's gender, so. Because they refer to it as the in the game.
Oh!
So I'm gonna be going to a party. If I can Nice. Rerun under the signpost until I get shot at. There we go. And then at this point, it's faster to just run. Because no matter if you don't roll out of the signpost there, you're guaranteed to get hit by that guy for using the bolt. And then we got an unskippable cutscene here, disguised as a loading screen. And this section also is a glorified auto-scroller. Not much we can do to skip any of this. We do have movement optimizations like in any auto-scroller in any game, but that's really it. I guess I gotta talk to a couple number of people, so. Examine this heart box there. And we're gonna head inside to the we don't gotta do any of the other activities. We can just head right inside here. Talk to the bodyguard and he'll let us upstairs. And then we find out that someone got murdered, so we're gonna search the upstairs room to see if there's any evidence of their auto-scroller. Thankfully there's a little skip here that we can make go a little bit faster. So I'm gonna examine and pick something up, and then immediately pick something else up to skip a couple lines of dialogue. So there you go.
To wygląda na cel wytrącony w czasie walki. Jednak nie patrz. Na odcieżnicy są ślady krwi. Ktoś wypadł przez okno.
There you go. That's about 10-15 seconds time save depending on how fast you do it. So I'm gonna equip my other sword here because earlier I could not equip my other sword. And then we're gonna equip Hangman's Venom for this next fight scene coming up with some guys, and then Vampire Oil for another fight scene that's after the first fight scene. Paul Roach, oh, thankfully he spawned real close by, so we can just hop right on him. And then I'm hoping I don't get stuck on an invisible wall here. Alright, I did not get stuck on an invisible wall. That's nice. There's a notice box here that basically just tells you, oh, you probably should save. It's an important part of the story, but no. And then we're gonna do the same thing as the boot plug with the fight scene there. We're gonna meditate backwards. It'll pull us out of meditation at the right time. So I gotta kill all these guys. So first phase, I'm gonna kill 2 guys. It's gonna open the doors for us. Stop running away from me. Stop dodging my attacks. There we go. I'm gonna kill the 2 most annoying guys, so. Then I have a small chance of an insta-kill. So, there you go. I don't gotta deal with the other guys for now, I'll deal with them later. I'm gonna run over here. I'm gonna roll over, I'm gonna throw a Northern Wind. Then use Rend Spam to deal all the damage I can. Again, I have Hangman's Venom, so I deal extra damage for every hit. You can see it in the top left, how much charges I have left. I got surrounded. Nice. This is a notorious spot to die, so it's not uncommon that I die here. But it usually means an instant reset, but it's a submission video, it doesn't have to be perfect. Although the run's been going pretty well so far, so. Maybe I'll get an insta-kill and you'll be able to see what that looks like. Unfortunately not. Again, we only gotta kill 2 guys here to open the gates, and then we're gonna deal with the other 4 later. Alright, hopefully I don't get surrounded this time. And usually I want as many guys together as possible so I can just hit both guys at once. this guy has no health. Oh, they're all in one group. Nice. Like hit all three of them at once until they all spread out. I'm gonna hopefully kill all these guys before the cutscene. And this is the last guy. All good. So that was the hardest part of this fight sequence. Because all these guys do a lot of damage. Then this fight's pretty easy. Yeah, remember Regis? He's back with his vampire friend, and they're gonna help us kill all these guys. Because some of them have a lot of health, some of them don't. There we go. I want you to get over here. There we go. There you go. I want them to kill the guys with the most health. And that can take care of the easy guys, but that doesn't always happen, as you see. I'm getting a lot of insta kills as well. There you go. I'm gonna roll up the stairs here to trigger the cutscene. I'm gonna kill this guy as well, just so I can trigger the cutscene. And I'm gonna head back down here. There we go. And there's a cutscene. So that's done with the human fight sequence, and now we got a Bruxa. So you remember that second quick kill that we did? This one is much harder to take care of. So it's basically the same premise. You art her, and then you just use a spin attack to kill her. But this one's a lot harder to do because she's more unpredictable. So hopefully she does what I want. Nice. Before she gets into her. Unfortunately, I would have killed her there, but she lived with like 20 HP or something, so I didn't kill her. I need Roach here. So usually you don't run with Roach through the town, but we found out it's faster and easier, so that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm gonna use Axie here to calm him down, because there's some enemies that will get hyped up, and he will buck me off. You might see me. He might buck me off there. No. Another enemy here that he will get scared and buck me off. So use Axie to calm him down. I'm gonna jump up these stairs because Roach and stairs don't mix. Another enemy here. We got one more. This guy right here. That could pass. There we go. That was pretty clean. He did not buck me up. He did not buck me off one time. We found Arena. She's gonna help us. I don't really know the premise of this part of the story, so don't ask me. Then I'm gonna equip Hangman's and a vampire oil once more, and then we're not gonna be doing that again. There's no need to do that. Oh, come on. There we go. So these next three enemies that we're gonna be seeing in the next 7 minutes. They're all vampire class, so they all take advantage of vampire oil, so we can all deal more damage. Right here, I'm gonna be giving you a big headphone warning because this guy is very loud for some reason. Right now. Don't know why he's like that. He's just like that somehow. There you go. That was a clean fight. If I could loot his body, I would. Luckily, Roach spawns right next to him. Oh, I didn't even split on second Bruxa. Very nice. I'm gonna kind of ride back over to Arena. You got what you want. What you wanted. Alright, come on. And we don't want Rich to stay in front of the doors, so we make sure that if he blocks the door, we cannot get in here. And then now Arena is dead.
Pora skontaktować się z Egisem. Mówił, żeby szepnąć słowo ptakom.
And we're gonna go teleport to Regis. And now we're gonna head over to the Unseen Elder, and that's kind of why we went to Arena, because she helped us go and pointed us out to where we should go for the Unseen Elder. And this is kind of where the path splits. It actually splits more in the town. When remember we use Roach to go through the town. There's one path where it's like a very nice fairy tale route, and then there's this path which is the worst ending of the story. So it's a great incentive right there. But this path is the worst path. But it's a trend in Witcher games. Is that the fastest ending is always the worst ending, especially in this game. So all three categories that we do, all three endings are the worst endings. So I'm kind of going a little bit the wrong way there, not too much to the left. Stop the boat, get off, girl. Thank you. Now we're gonna use the key that we got from Arena earlier. I'm gonna open this door and I'm gonna try to roll under it just to save a second. So wait for it, and there we go. So actually, I'm gonna unequip my swords here because the Unseen Elder is gonna knock us off our feet. And yeah, he's gonna take our swords away. So this is a boss fight here. Super easy to skip it, just roll up there. Because you can't jump while you're in combat, but the developers either they left that in intentionally so we can skip that boss fight, or they made it unintentional. So we can just skip that boss fight and talk to the Unseen Elder. You might have seen him for a split second, but we got through the cutscene so fast that you didn't see him. He would take away our swords, but since we have him unequipped, that he didn't take him away, so we can just equip him again. So we gotta find a swallow potion here to heal us. So we are gonna find that. And equip it for later use. And now at this point we can equip our swords again.
Mało brakowało. Nawet jeśli stąd wyjdę, ukryty mnie zabije. O ile czegoś nie wymyślę.
So we're going to do a skip here. Personally, I don't know if this was intentional, but to me it seems unintentional. I think you're supposed to go another way around, but this is faster, so we're going to be doing this way. Hop up the cliff here. And grab an invisible ledge here if I can jump. Unfortunately, no, I didn't get it. Thankfully, we can just go for it again. I'm going to grab an invisible ledge and quickly turn the camera. There we go. And now we're up. And then the gimmick of the section is gravity likes to flip, and then now we're on the ceiling. So we're gonna knock over the stone so we can get out, and then we got a mini boss here that we can kill pretty easily if I don't get hit. This is a bad fight. There we go. There you go. And then now we have the offering for the unseen, so he won't kill us when we get out of the cave. That's important. And don't worry about my health. I'm gonna get a health regen before the final boss, which is coming up soon. So, all right, come on, girl, start moving. Dude, is it a wide approach here? So we don't. Usually I do a wide approach there, so we get a quick fighting animation or quick climbing animation, I should say. But no, it didn't happen there. Neat little skip here. Don't know if this is intentional as well, but we can just climb up here and skip going around in the cave. Save like half a second. Gotta save every little second. Alright, and there we go. And now we are at the final boss. So 3 phases. I will explain each phase as we go. I'm gonna try to Ren spam him here. Oh, damn, I got hit. I could Ren spam him. There we go. Usually he takes 1 hit, sometimes he takes 2 hits. But yeah. So the cutscenes between the boss fight here, they're unskippable, so we can't skip them. So yeah, second phase here, he's in immortal form, kind of. There we go. And then here he gets even madder. We cut off his wings, so he can't fly up and attack us anymore. And then now we're gonna like appear in his kind of like his heart, kind of. You'll see. Alright, so it kind of has like 3 quote-unquote hearts that we have to kill. So we're going to be using spin attack again to get rid of them. If I can. I'm out of stamina, darn. Oh, I might die. Oh fuck. Oh, okay, I have enough enough adrenaline points. I'll explain that when I'm done with this. I avoided his attack there, and I got hit anyway. Come on, last one. There we go. So we're gonna finish him off. Pretty simple, actually. We're gonna pop out of here. I'm gonna roll over to him, and just finish him off with a couple hits. All good. So what happened there? You see, I quote unquote died. So what happened there is we have a skill point called Undying. So that basically is if you have 1 adrenaline point in your bar there, it regens like half your health at the cost of that 1 adrenaline point. And then we have a skill called Razor Focus that immediately gives us 1 adrenaline point when we get into combat. So we can quote unquote die once, but this ability has a cooldown of about like 30 seconds to a minute. I'm not sure what the cooldown is. And I was actually going to show off a glitch, but I forgot. I forgot to do that. If you lock on your target there, the last final boss fight, when you get out of that boss fight, for every enemy that you see, it displays the yellow lock on target icon, even though you're not even locked onto them. Cool little glitch. Just forgot to show it off. That's alright. Go watch my past runs on YouTube. I showed it off there. So now apparently, I don't know why exactly, but the Duchess is now dead. So I'm gonna go pay our respects at the cemetery. Nice little skip here to avoid going around the intended way. Don't die from that fall, thankfully. And now we're the last scene of the game. So we're gonna...
Światło księżyca na
I
stronie.
don't know why this scene exists, it just does, so bear with me. I'm gonna equip... no, I'm gonna equip a mask and gloves here. So I can pull out these roots without incurring a long... Oh, fuck. Apologies. Apologies for that. I might dub over that, I don't know. But I meant a mask and what?
Gdzie właściwie podział się wam?
Mask and gloves, so we can avoid that. I'm gonna equip moon dust here because there's 3 bruxes, or brixay as the game likes to refer to them. We're gonna throw a moon dust so that they're in immortal form. And thankfully Regis helps us and we get all 3 of them. And the last cutscene. Get ready on time. And time. 45:55 is not a bad time. It's about an average time. I did die, so it would probably be like a minute lower if I didn't die. But again, again, that spot where I died is notorious for deaths, so I'm not surprised that I died there. But yeah, but anyway, thank you all for watching. Hopefully this was a good run. Hopefully I'll get in the GDQ as with my other run. And actually this marks the end of my submissions for SGDQ. I'm submitting 4 runs and this is the last run that I'm recording, so hooray for me. Again, thank you all for watching. I hope I get in like everyone else, and I'll see you guys at SGDQ if I do get in. So yeah, thank you.